Riding through the ghats of Meghalaya feels like entering a different dimension, one where the rules of daily life don't apply. The road stretches out ahead, sometimes smooth enough to feel like a polished ribbon laid out by the gods, and sometimes rough enough to remind you that nature always has the last word. It keeps you grounded. It keeps you awake. And somewhere between a perfect lean and a sudden bump, you start learning things about yourself you never had time to think about. The wind here moves differently. It doesn't just pass by. It wraps around you, whispers old stories, carries the smell of pine, wet earth, and distant rain. Every breeze feels like a reminder that the world is bigger, older, and far more mysterious than the bubble we live in every day. Inside the helmet, the world narrows down to a calm, private universe. The rumble of the motorcycle feels steady, almost meditative. Your thoughts have room to echo. Your doubts have space to settle. Your ambitions suddenly feel visible again, like they've been waiting for you to slow down and meet them halfway. Up ahead, the road bends left, hugging the mountain like an old friend. There's something beautiful about these turns. They demand respect. They demand presence. You can't fake your way through them. You can't pretend you're confident if you're not. A corner has no interest in your ego. It only reacts to your truth. Traveling through a land like this reminds you how ancient the world is. Shillong once stood as the capital of undivided Assam, a meeting point for cultures, tribes, traders, and dreamers. Umiam Lake below, stretching out like a silent giant, was born in 1960, yes, man-made, but it carries the calmness of something much older. Before the reservoir was built, there were villages here, stories here, families here. The water now holds all of that history under its quiet surface. The Khasi hills around me have been here long before we learned to ride motorcycles or chase careers. They've seen monsoons for thousands of years. They've heard wars, celebrations, prayers, music, and silence. And today, they hear the hum of my engine, just another tiny vibration in their massive timeline. And that's the truth of travel. It humbles you. It reminds you that you're not as big as your problems make you feel. You're part of something ancient, something that keeps moving with or without you. When routine becomes a cage, travel becomes the door. The road dips suddenly, a rough patch shaking the suspension, and my thoughts. You tighten your grip a little, you focus again. The mountain is saying, stay awake, stay aware, don't assume anything. Just like life, smooth moments give you confidence, but it's the rough ones that give you character. A village passes by. Small wooden houses, kids running with school bags, an old man sipping tea beside the road, watching the world like he has all the time in the world. There's a simplicity to their routine, a pace that feels healthier than the rat race we sprint in every day. People here live slow, live close to nature, live with each other. No rush, no noise, no constant pressure to keep up. You ride past them and wonder whether we complicate life too much. But then the clouds open up around a bend and the whole valley appears like a painting, rolling green hills, waterfalls ribboning down like threads of silver, and sunlight cutting through the mist in sharp, dramatic beams. You feel small again, but this time in a good way. Small enough to let go of pride, small enough to be grateful, small enough to enjoy the moment without needing anything more. The bike pulls stronger on the climbs. The engine note becomes fuller, deeper. It's funny how a machine becomes a companion on journeys like this. Not just metal and plastic, but a partner, a witness, a mirror. Every throttle twist feels like a heartbeat syncing with the road. Meghalaya has this personality: soft on the surface, fierce underneath, gentle clouds floating along sharp cliffs, calm lakes fed by roaring waterfalls, roads that look perfect until they suddenly aren't. A reminder that beauty and challenge often travel together. This is why I ride. This is why people travel. Not to run away, but to return to themselves.